And that right there, literally, that right there is the main problem that I have with food stamps, the EBT, SNAP benefit stuff. The main problem I have is this mentality that is spreading amongst people these days, especially young people. Imagine that being something that you're looking forward to, that being something that you're excited about. When I was younger, you couldn't wait to get 18 because maybe you could buy cigarettes, or maybe you would get a little more freedom. You could be allowed to go here or there. But now people are, oh my God, I can't wait to turn 18 so I can go get food stamps, so I can start living off the government. What happened to dreams and ambitions? When you're young, you're supposed to have the mentality that you could be anything. You're supposed to be out here following some sort of, goals, trying to accomplish something. Like, I want to go to college. I want to become a doctor, a lawyer, an astronaut. Let's do the meme. An astronaut, a future astronaut. But instead of having any goals, any ambitions, anything that you want to accomplish, what you're worried about before you're even 18 is, oh man, I can't wait to get on food stamps. I can't wait to get on food stamps. This is what these programs, this is what it does to people's mind. Okay? It warps their brain into being comfortable with doing absolutely nothing, being complacent, never trying to be better, never striving to be better. Just accepting a little bit of money from the government. And, this doesn't lead to anything good. When you don't strive to be better, when you're not having something that you're chasing, when you're just not spending every day trying to accomplish something or be a better person, and you're just raking in a few bucks, raking in a few hundred, a few thousand there from the government, it doesn't lead to you accomplishing anything. And then when you're not accomplishing anything, the people around you aren't accomplishing anything. It's a recipe for disaster. And we know that most of the people who are depending on stuff like this, most of the people who are making these videos, their communities are in disarray. The family, the nuclear family, has been torn apart. And I just can't imagine what future generations are going to look like if now we have reached the point where, kids aren't even thinking about, oh, I could be anything. I could be the next president. Now, of course, a lot of our dreams don't wind up becoming true. But we at least shoot for the stars. We at the very least, even if you're not shooting for the stars, at the very least, we shoot farther than, oh man, I can't wait to be 18 and on food stamps and Section 8. But I do think that a lot of the changes that are coming to this program, to these programs, I think it may start changing this mentality. Because getting food stamps isn't as cool when you're not getting, buku bucks, just ridiculous amounts of free money, right? And now a lot of people who are getting thousands of dollars, some getting hundreds and hundreds. I'm seeing people have their food stamps reduced to $50, $24 a month, literally. People who were getting thousands of dollars for no reason now getting like 20, 30, 40 bucks. And I gotta say that I'm happy to see it. Especially after the response that we saw during the government shutdown, when people had to go a week without food stamps. That made me kind of numb to this whole overall situation. It made me less sympathetic towards people, or because these people were threatening to rob and kill everyone. So now that their food stamps have been reduced, I don't feel bad about it. If anything, that's kind of like karma for how a lot of them have been acting. But people are going to be acting a fool. I already shared a video earlier. There's just all types of drama at the food stamps office happening. all across, America and different communities across America. But I have a clip right here that I want to show you of someone complaining about how their food stamps are being reduced. And this is happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. Now, before I roll this clip, though, I need a favor from you guys. I need you to hit the like button, subscribe, share the video. If you're feeling generous, you can send a donation to Cash App or Super Thanks. Always greatly appreciated. But with that being said, let's roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more. Whoa, what in the hell just happened? I don't know what in the hell is wrong with that woman. But anyways, almost at a loss for words after she kind of launched out at us. I think she was also at a loss of words. I thought that she was going to say something, but she's kind of mind blown about what just happened to her. A couple of weeks ago, she was probably, twerking with her grocery carts at Walmart, grocery carts filled with groceries. Now she's down to 20-something bucks. Now, from the conversations I've had with people over the years, I often talk to like disabled veterans and stuff that get food stamps, and none of them seem to be getting a lot of money, all right? Most of the people who I've talked to who actually really need food stamps, they don't get a lot of money. But then I come across people, young mothers, able-bodied mothers, who get thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. I mean, more money than they could ever possibly need to even feed their large families of, multiple baby daddies, multiple kids. And I feel like, the young, able-bodied people, that's who most of these changes should be targeted towards, in my opinion. Not towards older people who can't work for themselves anymore. Not towards, veterans, maybe people who are disabled. But these young people, and look, if you got a lot of kids and you're struggling, I feel bad for you, but at the same time, you can't put your problems on everyone else. People should not be out here pumping out baby after baby that they can't feed. You couldn't afford to feed the first baby. Why are you on number 5? Why are you on number 5? Is it because you just know that you could fall back on the government and they will pay for everything? And the more babies you have, the more free money you get? Sorry, I'm kind of sick right now, but I think that we need to see something happen with the mentality and the youth here these days, because we shouldn't have all of these young able-bodied people on EBT. And when they have these payments reduced and they're not getting, just buku amounts of money, they're not going to be having this mentality of, oh, I turned 18, I'm going to get Section 8 and get on food stamps. No, they're going to realize, hey, maybe I need to go get a job. Because $24 a month isn't something that you're looking forward to. $24 a month isn't something that you'll settle for and be like, hey, I just won't do anything. I won't get a job. I won't do anything with my life. I'll just collect these, these free handouts from the government. $24 is not enough to move the needle. So when you see these smaller payments coming in, you're not going to see as many people signing up or striving to just, I want to be on food stamps in the future. You're not going to see that. I feel like that mentality may start going away once people, realize, hey, EBT is not here for you to live lavishly for free, eating steak and lobster tails and unlimited soda and Debbie cakes. That's not what EBT is for. So I'm hoping these changes, I hope the changes in the EBT and SNAP program, I hope it changes people's mentality. That's what I'm hoping for. Because, good God, I feel like people's brains are freaking cooked these days, and it's only getting worse. But we'll see how this goes. There's a lot more that I need to talk about when it comes to this whole EBT wars situation, because now the public meltdowns are starting. People are freaking out about having their funds reduced. They're freaking out about having to work or do community service in order to keep their food stamps. So things have been interesting, and I'm sure they're going to get worse here in the coming days. I'll keep you guys updated, though. You let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.